Hello, this is Chaneta, author of How to Have This and That. Today, my topic is limiting beliefs, how they negatively affect you and what you can do to change them. And I'm in a beautiful park on Bel Air in Houston, Texas. It's a kind of cloudy day, but it's beautiful. It's 70 degrees in January. So, what are limiting beliefs? They are those beliefs which constrain us in some way. Limiting beliefs are often about ourselves and our self identity. Our limiting beliefs may also be about how we view other people and how we view the world in general. A limiting belief is one that causes life to be less than completely satisfactory. The subconscious mind is not critical or judgmental. It does not analyze or reason. It simply gathers data and then acts according to the conditioning, programming, and instructions and messages it receives. So, thousands of these interpretations of experiences come from when we're young and later become limiting beliefs. These beliefs then become rules of our lives and we start living by them. Our subconscious mind uses these rules to direct our behavior as we keep going. Those memories, those experiences, those interpretations of the past, they change our neural pathway, reinforcing those old limiting belief patterns. Then can be obviously they can be harmful and impede you from living your full potential, mentally, physically, and emotionally. So most of us don't ask the question, is there another way? Or I wonder, what would happen if I thought a different way? Or is what I'm believing is the truth? How many of us look around and see other people with different beliefs that are living a better life? We don't ask ourselves, I wonder, what are they thinking? What are they believing? What are they feeling and doing that is different from me? That their lives are so much better, so much richer. Maybe I should investigate, you think? The good news is that overcoming negative limiting beliefs can help create new healthy patterns. Here's how limiting beliefs work. They create a tainted lens through which we see our lives, we see the world, and we see other people. They change our perceptions. These tainted lens keeps us stuck in life-limiting thoughts and patterns. Believing these beliefs, we continue to live confined lives. We live from not being able to do this and that. We sometimes self-sabotage ourselves because we don't believe that anything good can happen for us, because these limiting beliefs actively and passively prevent us from anything good happening, like reaching our goals or living our dreams. Limiting beliefs can affect the way we have relationships with our friends, our intimate relationships, our work, our businesses, and we see the cup half empty instead of half full. Naturally, if you're living from limited beliefs, it will keep you from achieving success and even affects you mentally and emotionally. You cannot achieve more because you do not believe that it's possible for you to have more. You don't believe you deserve more. You have been programmed to think small. This is how limiting beliefs work. It affects your life negatively. So I used to think that I was too inexperienced for a job, or I didn't know much, and I never applied for promotions because I thought the other person would do better than me. That was some of my limiting beliefs. I was brought up and I thought I was dumb. I was dumb because one day I brought home a report card that wasn't good, and somebody said you're dumb, and I stuck onto the dumb word instead of and it just followed me throughout life. So that affected the way I thought about money. I never thought I was good enough or deserved enough to have the kind of money I really wanted, kind of promotions I wanted. And although I knew I was smart, I knew I was smart after the fact, I never applied myself because I didn't believe it was possible to have these things, because after all, remember, I was dumb. Does that sound familiar to you? Of course it does. A lot of us go through different things like that. When you change your limiting beliefs, you stop coming up with reasons why you shouldn't do this or that or have this and that. You can now start thinking of reasons why you should think and do something different to accomplish your goals and to live your dreams. When you do this, you will start to really live and not just survive. You start believing you deserve better things. You believe if others can have it and achieve their goals and live their dreams, so can I. And you will, because why? You were born to succeed. A lot of us live in the past. You have heard a saying that it is hard to drive a car by looking in the rearview mirror. Well, of course, it's impossible. But there are many people who live life like that. I know I used to be one of those people. They live life by always bringing up the past and fail to move forward. This includes living in the past by living prior successes or past failures. And we will see that when we do that, it stops us from going forward because we're stuck in the past, whether it's success or a failure, right? So we go on like this for many, many years and wonder why other people are not us. But stop and ask the question, why not? We also know people who can't recover from their failure. And oh my goodness, if somebody wronged them, they will never get over that. Whether you're living the past from a success or failure, you need to move forward. If you don't let the past die, then it won't let you live. Another limiting belief, believe it or not, is jealousy. Jealousy can also limit your beliefs. And how is that? We get notification from someone when they get a huge promotion. We see every picture from our friend's 2 weeks luxury cruise on social media. We read the posts about fairy tale relationships and successful businesses. And then jealousy sets in. The problem with jealousy is it can be consuming and ruin your life. It limits success because instead of working on your dreams, you're spending time being envious of others, which is a negative energy. Plus, what you focus on focuses on you. That is what the law of attraction says. The more you put your attention on jealousy, the more the universe will give you things to do what? Be jealous about. Sometimes we may be thinking, why is it that other people and never me? But instead of being jealous of others, be grateful for what you have. And in so doing, you focus on good things you already have, and then you attract more of those good things in your life. It's as simple as that, right? So do you want change? Yes, of course you do. Who doesn't? Positive change, of course. The first thing to do is change, is to first choose your identity. What is limiting you? What are the limiting beliefs that's holding you back from living your life of choice? We all have tons of limiting beliefs, but the truth is that many of them are irrelevant. We need to find out which belief or beliefs are relevant and what is holding us back from living our greatest life. Those negative, powerful beliefs that we have. Examples of how one of my major beliefs, and I mentioned it earlier on, that I believed I was dumb for many years. Because as again, I'm going to repeat, I brought home from school one day a report card that wasn't so good, and I was told I was dumb. And so what did I do? I started believing that I was dumb. And so what happened, I lived from that space of dumbness, of being dumb. And it wasn't until I was in my early 20s that a brilliant scholar and a scholar that I knew, PhD scholar, very successful millionaire, business owner, said to me, oh my gosh, Chaneta, you're absolutely brilliant. And I was like, I am? And then I started thinking, but why did I ever believe that I was dumb? And so I started opening my mind to different possibilities and the fact that I was highly intelligent and very smart. And of course, then my life starts changing because I no longer lived from a negative limiting belief. And the person who told me that, I realized, they told me that in the moment of being upset. They knew I could do better, but I wasn't doing better. And so they said that word dumb, and I latched onto the negative of all the things they told me. So I'm saying to you, don't let any belief stop you from living from your highest potential. Always ask, how can I think differently? How can I think differently to get different results, the results that I desire? And one of the things you can do is to be awake, aware, and conscious. That's AAC. So start now to list all your beliefs as you think about them. Don't attempt to filter them or anything like that. Just write them down as you go through this process. As you brainstorm and examine them later, just write. Here's a list of things that we usually limit us. We say, I'll never be wealthy. I'm not good enough. I'm not smart enough. I don't deserve this, that, or the other. Good things never happen to me. I'm making a little more than my parents, so I should be happy and content. Rich people are dishonest and not good people. Who wants to be dishonest and not good, right? I'll never have enough money to have this nice house or car, take that luxury vacation with my family. If I'm rich, people will try to steal from me. People won't like me for who and what I am. My parents have this disease, and therefore it must be part of my inheritance, and I must have that disease too. Who sold us on that story? I never have good relationships. I always get bosses that don't like me. I will never get my big break. There is never enough. And there's a plane flying overhead in this beautiful pond, so forgive me. I hope you can hear it despite. Everyone also always gets the good stuff, and there's never enough to go around. So you're living definitely from a limited belief standpoint. Think about what beliefs are having the greatest negative impact on your life. Write them down now. I keep saying that. Write it down as you think about them. Don't just guess which beliefs are the most damaging. Dig deeper. Continually examine your beliefs and consider the change that you would have and you would experience if you weren't living from this or these limiting beliefs. Once you write them down, what do you do next? What do you do next? You ask yourself, how would I feel if I didn't have these beliefs? What would my life look like? And you write that down too. Write down all the feelings, how you'll be so happy and your successes will be one after the other. You know what I mean? And so do this and really get down to the negative beliefs that are subconsciously running your life. So once you identify what your limiting beliefs are, you can start now to assume you are that person you want to be and have the things that you want to have. Remain in the state of knowingness until you feel a certainty, until you reach the point of satisfaction, until you are convinced of its truth. And although the world may collapse around you, you will become that which you have assumed you are and have this and that. Every time these limiting beliefs raise their heads, you can tell them to leave your life because they no longer have any power over you. And they're no longer changing your life in a negative direction. You are a new empowered being, and say, I am a new empowered being. Yes, I'm saying that you can be the person you want to be, but not by simply wishing. You must make the effort to look at the world mentally from your new empowering beliefs and see it reflected as your fulfilled desire. When it does, you must remain in that state until you reach the inner conviction that you are seeing, touching, tasting, smelling, and hearing what you want to be true. Clothe yourself in that feeling of its reality with joy. Do that, and you are pregnant with new birth. So what do you do after you're pregnant? Nothing. You simply wait and know that you will give birth in its own appointed time. And you will. When you least expect it, your desire will objectify itself in your world, and you will begin to enjoy life to the fullest. You will have health, wealth, loving relationships, this and that. And that's a fact because that's God's law, and that's how it's worked when you hold to the truth. So stop letting these untrue, non-empowering, limiting beliefs run your life. Be AAC, awake, aware, and conscious, and you will have this and that. All things are possible to him who believes, and with God, all things are possible. So assume your wish through the sense of feeling. The assumption is that you feel that you already have it. It's already done. Neville Goddard says, you assume the things that you want as if it's already your reality, and it will be your reality because you'll stay in that assumption no matter what anybody says, no matter what the world is saying, no matter what's happening around you. Now, I'm not saying it's easy, but it's simple, and it becomes easier as you practice. Believe me, prove it to yourself. Start now. Now that you are aware of your limiting beliefs, use your wonderful imagination to transcend whatever beliefs are holding you back and stay in the feeling that it is already done. And stay in that feeling until you have the feeling of being your new empowered self, without any past limiting beliefs holding you back. Test it for yourself. Prove your imagination creates reality. Think, imagine, feel, speak, and act in alignment with your new unlimited beliefs. Live from the end, that is, live as if you already have your new, empowered, awesome lifestyle. That you have already accomplished your goals and you are now living your dreams. And for peace sake, don't condemn yourself for anything you have ever done in the past, because at every different station in our lives, we're operating at different levels of consciousness. And as we grow, so our consciousness expands to higher heights. Start today using your wonderful imagination. Imagine that you are no longer having any of these limiting beliefs that you have held you back. Imagine what your life would be like, what your new empowered self will feel like. How would you feel? How would you speak? How would you act? How would your family and friends see you? Stay in that space of knowing that you're already living from the space of having this and that. Assume that feeling of havingness and see how it shows up in your life. You will be pleasantly pleased. You live in a world of unlimited potential. You just like your old limiting beliefs have kept you stuck in an unfulfilled life, your new empowering beliefs will set you free to live a life of this and that. Never forget that all things are possible to him who believes. A beautiful butterfly flying around. Believe you are born to be healthy, prosperous, and joy-filled. Isn't it wonderful? Yes, it is. This is Chaneta, author of How to Have This and That. And hey guys, before I go, this is what I would like you to do. Subscribe to my YouTube channel below. And invite others, your friends, family, acquaintances, co-workers to like my videos and subscribe to my channel below. Yes, you can have this and that. Isn't it wonderful? Yes, it is. I'll see you on the beach.